All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Lal, and we're going to proceed with our state all-purpose calendar for today, November 13, 2025. Just waiting for AC/DC is available. Let's see.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for the delay. Having a problem with the Zoom, but all right, AC/DC, good morning. My name is Judge Lal, and I'm going to be addressing each of your cases. Please remember that when we address each of your cases, that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say about the facts of your case during this virtual court proceeding, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one would be appointed to represent you. And today you would have already had a chance to speak to your attorneys with regards to your cases. Today is essentially a plea and arraignment calendar where the defendant through counsel will let the court know whether he or she would like to proceed with accepting a plea offer from the prosecutor and enter a plea today, or whether the defendant would like to enter a plea of not guilty, have the case arraigned, and further notice for trial. Okay, so AC/DC until courtroom 2 comes on. Who do we have first?
Your Honor,
Mr. White, yes, sir. Good morning.
Miss Tucker is handling the cases and she's at courtroom 2. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any cases at AC/DC?
I do not.
They all of these are for Ms. Tucker.
Repeat, Deputy Milton?
All of the ladies over here are for Ms. Tucker.
Oh, and Miss Tucker is in courtroom 2,
Yeah.
and
Correct.
they are not on Zoom yet. Okay. So while we are waiting for courtroom 2, let me see. Position number 1, Kenneth Bright. That's going to be a waiver, Mr. White?
Yes, Judge, it was already waived. He's actually scheduled for Judge Richardson's calendar on the 17th.
Okay. Creed Coleman is going to be private counsel.
Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday and he said that Jacoby Hudson represents him.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Positions 10 and 11, that would be Elliott and Evans.
Those are both waivers, Judge.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right. And then Hardy and Haslam were released. Positions 12 and 13. Position 16, Sharnae Hubbard. We're resetting it to 11:25.
That's correct, Judge. He has a prelim in another case on the 20th.
Okay. And then Sayesha Hurst is released, and that's going to be further notice for trial. Jenkins and Joe, positions 19 and 20 and 21. These are all waivers and further notice for trial. Okay. And then let's see now. Davian Lang is also going to be reset to November 20th.
That's the 11 o'clock calendar, Judge.
11 a.m. Okay. Dustin Laughter, position 24, is a waiver and further notice for trial. And let me see now. So is position 25 as well. That's a waiver and further notice for trial. That's Chapel Lighty. Okay. Michael Mitchell, position 28. The state is resetting it to November 20th. Okay, that's Miss Tucker's case. So per state. Any prosecutors available? Evans Battle? Position 32, DeAndre Robinson is null prost. Do you think he knows that? Mr. White?
I'm not sure if Miss Tucker spoke with him or not, but I'm sure he'll understand once his case has been, once he's released. Somebody will tell him.
Okay. Position 40. Oh, courtroom 2 is getting ready. Okay, we're almost at the tail end. Position 40, Keandra Washington is reset to November 20th also per state. And then add-on position Corey Mays is released. That's further notice for trial. Okay. All right.
Judge-
Judge, if I may, we have on the add-on calendar, Mr. Darrell Blake. It was brought to my attention that there's another case for that. And Ms. Tucker and I spoke about going ahead and being able to handle that case today. They are in the process of unleaking it so I can file it down, the accusation down. If we can, we would like to take care of that case today.
All right. As soon as we get the accusation number, we'll be able to handle all three at the same time. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Plus one more for Darrell Blake to be accused.
Your Honor, there's a Renita Elliott on. I believe she may be here for position 10, Reginald Elliott. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. She was on a minute ago, but since he won't be coming to court today,
Yeah.
if that's the case that she's here on, she can be excused.
All right. Let me see now. Ms. Champion, if you get a moment, could you send the court reporter the current calendars? Renita Elliott, are you still on Zoom? Renita Elliott.
She's there, Judge.
I see her. I see her. Or maybe if you want to send her a chat, let her know that Reginald Elliott won't be addressed today. And then courtroom 2, are we ready? Renita Elliott, yes. Can you hear me? This is Judge Law.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Miss, are you here for Reginald Elliott?
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Reginald Elliott is represented by attorney Tom White, and Mr. Elliott has entered a plea of not guilty, and his case is going to be reset for trial. I don't know when his next court date is, but it will be sent to the division judge who will schedule the trials. So he will not be addressed today.
thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, no problem. You're free to go.
Yep.
Courtroom 2, are
Yes.
we?
Yes.
Someone is saying judge in a
Yes,
really
Your Honor.
deep voice, so I. All right. Courtroom 2, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Judge Lal, and this is going to be the Fulton County State All-Purpose Calendar. These are misdemeanor cases which have already been accused. Defendants have been assigned a bond, and today would be essentially a plea and arraignment calendar. If you are a defendant charged with one or more misdemeanor offenses, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to represent you. All, if not most of you, should have already conferred with your attorney. And today you're going to make a decision as to how you would like your case to move forward. You would either be ready to accept a plea offer from the prosecutor and enter a plea of guilty or not, or nolo contendere, no contest, to one or more of the offenses on your accusation in exchange for a recommended sentence. Otherwise, the defendant also has a right to enter a plea of not guilty, and the case will be reset for trial. Courtroom 2, we're going to alternate between ACDC and courtroom 2. Ms. Tucker, I believe you represent everyone at ACDC. So courtroom 2, who would you like to begin with?
We can start with position 22, Mr. Johnson.
Okay. If you hear your name called, please come forward and have a seat next to Attorney Tucker. All right. Melvin Johnson is accused of criminal trespass, misdemeanor possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce, and a fare evasion from October 29th, 2025, case 25 CR 6811E. Mr. Johnson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for your plea? Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. White? Oh, excuse me, Ms. Evans Battle, what's the plea recommendation?
Yes, as to count one, 12 months probation served, 12 months served, 30 days credit for time served, balance probated, stay away from all MARTA premises and property, complete 20 hours of complete community service. As to count two, the state would move to null pros that count. As to count three, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count one. We're asked that he stipulate to venue, identity, and a factual basis for the plea.
Mr. White, do you so stipulate?
We do, Judge, and we just
All right.
ask that probation terminate upon completion of his community service.
All right. Any objection to a termination, Ms. Evans Battle?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. White, Mr. Johnson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes,
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
yes,
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You won't go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence and the case brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
yes,
How do you plead to criminal trespass and fare evasion?
yes,
On the trespass, your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated, to stay away from all MARTA property until further order of the court. You're not allowed at any of the stations, the buses, the trains, the bathrooms, the sidewalks, the parking lots, none of it. You have to stay away from all MARTA property until further order of the court. You will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. And while you're on probation, you will complete 20 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. You have to complete your hours at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. And then for count two will be null pros, count three will be 12 months probation concurrent with count one. Once you have completed the 20 hours of community service, you're up to date with your probation fees, and you have not been arrested or otherwise violated the law, then your probation will terminate. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
ACDC, who do we have?
Ms. Tucker is talking to her last two people,
Okay,
And-
so
and so we can continue with courtroom, please.
all right. Courtroom two, do we have another case for Mr. White?
Yes, we can go to position 4, Mr. Choice.
David Choice is accused of battery under case 25 CR 6853G from October 31st of this year. You've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. Case number is 25 CR 6853G. Mr. Choice, may I place you under oath for the plea?
yes,
Do you
ma'am.
solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Spear, yes, good morning. What's the recommendation?
Good morning, Your Honor. We are recommending 12 months probation, serve 10 days with credit for time served, balance probated, the 12-week anger management program, and an MH eval and any necessary treatment.
I'm sorry, that was 12 weeks of anger management?
Yes, it's a 12-week program. I believe it's 12 classes once a week.
Okay, and an MH evaluation, and I'm sorry, what was the last part?
Any necessary treatment.
Okay. All right, Mr. White, do you so stipulate to factual basis, venue, and ID?
We do, Judge, for the purposes of the plea. We would just have the probation terminator and non-reporting once he completes all of his requirements.
Any objection to termination, Ms. Spear?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Choice, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Just mental health medicine that prescribed for my doctor.
All right, and after you consumed it, are you still able to understand what's going on?
Ma'am.
You need to speak louder, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And are you satisfied with your attorney?
I am, and may I have one question before you finish. I just lost all my identity. I have no way to make any money. So I don't have a problem with doing everything y'all saying. I'll go to it every day. But I lost my health fare card, which is a MARTA card that I got from my mental health doctor. And I don't have any way to make money. So it's gonna take me a while before I can make any money, because I have to order my social security card, birth certificate, and driver license. And I gotta pay for all this stuff. So I just wanted y'all to know that. So I don't want to get in trouble.
You have 12 months to do your classes, but your mental health evaluation would need to be done as soon as possible.
If I can do that, that's no problem. I just actually got a new lead on a great doctor in Riverdale, Riverwood.
Okay,
All right.
Judge, in light of that, we'd ask that you waive the first 4 months of probation fees.
I will waive 3 months. Kroger,
Yeah.
that's where it happened. Okay. All right, let me just check one more thing since the state is not, okay, he's been in custody now for 13 days. Okay. This was to serve 10 days, right, for time served 13 days. All right. All right. And after that, Mr. Choice, you did indicate you're satisfied with your attorney, correct?
Very satisfied, ma'am.
Okay. And if you decide to plead guilty to this charge of battery, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to 1 count of battery from October 31st?
I am guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 10 days, credit for time served 13 days. I'm not sure how that works, but it's
Time served.
that's what you all had agreed to, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Choice, once you are released within 24 hours, you will report to probation on Monday, this coming Monday, and you will report to that office before 3 p.m. The office is located at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta. While you're on probation, you will report every month. And within 30 days, you will see your healthcare provider to undergo a mental health evaluation and submit to all treatment and counseling and medication. You need to be fully compliant. Do you understand? Yes? No?
Ma'am.
Do you understand, Mr. Choice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then also you will complete 12 anger management classes. I am going to waive your probation fees for, let me see, I'm going to waive it through the end of February 2026. Do you understand? So you report, but you won't have to pay from now until end of February 2026 for your probation fees. But March 1st, you need to be back on your feet and start paying probation fees of next year. You have the next 12 months to complete your 12 anger management classes. So the sooner you get them done, the better.
Oh, can I go? Excuse me for cutting you off. Can I go like every week or?
No, every month. We don't want to see you every week. We want to see you every month.
I think he means for the classes.
Oh, for the classes? Yeah, the classes are once a week. Yes. Okay. And also, you are to stay away from the Kroger store at 4920 Roswell Road. Understood? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that concludes your sentence.
All right.
Before you, Your Honor, is position 3, Miss Carey.
Edwina Carey has been charged with the following 4 misdemeanor offenses stemming from a traffic incident. Case 25 CR 6834Y. Hit and run, driving following too closely, failure to register, obtain, or transfer a license plate, and no valid insurance. Ms. Carey, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Tucker. Ms. Tuck, please raise your right hand for purposes of the plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you need to speak up a little louder, okay, Ms. Carey?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Spear, what's the recommendation?
On count 1, that will be 12 months probation, serve 30 days, credit for any time served already, balance probated, 40 hours community service, restitution I apologize if I'm going to say this wrong, Wabakar Diallo, defensive driving course, a $300 fine. On count 2, that will be a $265 fine. On count 3, a $135 fine. And count 4, a $350 fine.
What's that total?
I'm a lawyer, Your Honor. I don't do math. I will add it up
yeah,
here in just a
okay.
minute.
Thank you. So it's 650 plus 265 plus 135. Okay. All right. Ms. Tucker, does your client, do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID? Please unmute, courtroom 2.
Okay.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, and Your Honor, we will request that after the courses and fines are complete, that probation be allowed to terminate.
I will allow termination once she shows her probation officer proof of valid insurance for a period of no less than 6 months.
Yes,
So
Your
the
Honor.
insurance term must be for no less than 6 months. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What was that total, Ms. Spear?
$1,050.
All right, thank you.
And that's not counting the restitution, but we don't have an amount for him yet at this time, Your Honor. We're waiting to hear back from him.
Well, I can't do the sentence unless I know how much he owes Mr. Diallo. Where is he?
We're not sure, Your Honor.
All right, he will have to file a civil case. He can speak to his insurance company. And he can file a civil case against Ms. Carey for his restitution. All right, moving on. Ms. Carey, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to enter a guilty plea to these charges, you understand that points will be added to your driving history. And 3, 6, 9, 12, that's 12 points on your driving history. And if you collect 15 or more points in the last 24 months, your license will be suspended. So forget that. Pleading guilty to no insurance is already going to suspend your driver's license anyways. So you understand that while you're on probation, you will not be able to drive.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you enter this plea freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand that you will not get a trial. You won't be able to face your accuser. You won't go to a courtroom to challenge the evidence brought against you. And the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to hit and run, following too closely, failure to register or transfer a license plate, and no insurance?
Guilty.
For the hit and run, your sentence is 12 months probation, serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated. You will report to probation on Monday, And while you're on probation, you will complete 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. And you will do your community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. You can do more, but a minimum of 5 hours is required. You are to pay what was that fine? Oh, you're also to do a defensive driving program. This is a 6-hour program. It costs $95, and you must pick the school from the Department of Driver Services website. If that school is not listed on the Department of Driver Services website, you cannot go to that school. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're also to pay a $300 fine for the hit and run. For the following two closely is a $265 fine. For the failure to register a license plate is a $135 fine. And for no valid insurance is $350 fine. So your total fine is $1,050 plus court costs and probation fees. You are not allowed to drive at all until your license is reinstated with the Department of Driver Services. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your probation will terminate once you show proof to the probation officer that your driver's license is valid and reinstated. The probation officer will not look at your license. You must show that from the Department of Driver Services website that your license shows valid, and that you have purchased car insurance, the adequate car insurance, for a minimum period of 6 months. Once you've completed all your conditions, you've paid your fine, you're up to date with your probation fees, your license is valid, and your insurance is adequate, your probation will terminate.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next is add-on number 4, Mr. Poindexter.
Shaquille Poindexter is accused of criminal trespass, case 25 CR 6665D. Mr. Poindexter, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Please raise your hand for your plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Bell?
Yes, Your Honor. 12 months, served 28 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete a BHET, stay away from all MARTA premises and property in accordance with any suspension. I think there's a permanent ban at this point. Complete 60 hours of community service. We ask they stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
Ms. Tucker, please unmute.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Champion, if you have a moment, could you tell me how many days he's been in custody now? Has it been 14 days at least?
It's been 20 days, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Poindexter, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes,
And are you entering this plea freely, willingly, and knowingly?
I am.
Are you aware that you may have a permanent ban from all MARTA property and services?
Yes.
If you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You would have to give up your right to face your accuser, be in a courtroom to challenge the evidence brought against you, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to criminal trespass at MARTA property on October 20th of this year?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 20 days, balance probated. You will be reporting to the Fulton County Probation Office on Monday before 3 p.m. While you're on probation, you will complete 60 hours of voluntary community service with any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. You will complete your community service at a minimum rate of 10 hours per month. You will also obtain a behavioral health evaluation and submit to any treatment, and this must be done within 45 days of being released. At all times, you have to stay away from all MARTA property, including the stations, buses, and trains, their amenities like their bathrooms and stations and parking lots. And this must be in accordance with all active suspensions, including a possible permanent ban. Thank you.
To request once he completes the community service and has his evaluation, probation be allowed to go non-reporting.
Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 14 and 15, Miss Hemphill. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Right.
All right, Marshalyn Hemphill has got 2 cases with us. Ms. Hemphill, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And I
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
this is going to be a
Your Honor.
14 and 15, yeah. All right, so Ms. Hemphill's first case is 25 CR 6822G, accused of simple battery family violence from September 11th of this year. Her second case is willful obstruction of an officer and public drunk from October 29th of this year, case 25 CR 6823G. Ms. Hemphill, please raise your right hand for the plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Speak louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Ms. Spear, what's the recommendation for the 2 cases?
On the case ending in 6822, 12 months probation, family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with the victim, Willie Mae King, stay away from 226 Fairburn Road in Atlanta. And for the case ending in 6823, we're asking for 12 months probation run concurrent with count 1 and an alcohol and drug evaluation and any necessary treatment.
So she's pleading to both charges in the second case?
The first one, yes. Yes, you're correct, Honor.
All right. All right. Ms. Tucker?
You saw the purpose of the plea. And it is our request that once she completes all the terms, that probation terminate or go non-reporting.
I'll go with non-reporting since the FVIP is going to be 6 months long. Okay. All right, ACDC, please unmute. Ms. Hemphill, you have a right to remain
Ma'am.
silent. Do you have a question? Do you
No,
have a
ma'am.
question?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank
Ms. Hemphill, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Recently. Yeah, I had drunk a margarita.
Okay.
No, recently, like yesterday. Oh, no, I didn't have nothing.
Okay.
I'm drunk.
Have you been able to understand what your attorney told you?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been able to understand what we've been saying so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to simple battery family violence, obstruction of an officer, and public drunk, you're going to be on probation. Do you understand? You
Yes,
have
ma'am.
you have to report to probation every month.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to do a yeah.
I had to go across the street to the supervision of the report, the same place over here from the jailhouse.
The probation office is located on Mitchell Street, not near Rice Street. It's at 132 Mitchell Street in downtown Atlanta.
She's at
Yes,
AC.
ma'am. I know where it is.
Okay. You will have to do a program called a Domestic Violence Intervention Program. It is 6 months
ma'am.
long and is once a week.
Yes, ma'am.
You will have to enroll and pay for those classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to do so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
My son,
all right. If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to the courtroom to face your accuser. The prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt, and you will not get an opportunity to present your defenses and challenges. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
I don't want to go back to court. I just want to be on probation and stay off drugs.
All right. Did your attorney
I wanna-
talk with you about giving up your constitutional right to a trial if you
ma'am.
plead guilty?
I plead guilty.
Listen carefully. Are you giving up your right to a trial?
I don't want to go no trial.
Okay. How do you plead simple battery family violence against Willie King?
I plead guilty.
How do you plead to obstruction of an officer and public drunk?
Guilty.
For the simple battery, your sentence is 12 months. Oh gosh,
ma'am.
I didn't get the service and credit time. To serve how many days?
The state didn't request additional days.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, what was the service and credit?
Credit for time served, she's done approximately 13, no. Is that right?
How many days are y'all asking for?
We're not asking for any additional. We can give her credit for time served.
All right. So her sentence for simple battery is going to be 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served 13 days, which means that she'll be released within 24 hours if she has no other holds. While she's on probation, she will report to probation on Monday at 132 Mitchell Street before 3 p.m. While on probation, she will do 40 hours of community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. She will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 90 days of being released, and she will need to complete all 6 months of classes at her expense without missing or skipping a class. She's also to have no contact with Willie King and stay away from 226 Fairburn Road in Atlanta, Georgia. For the willful obstruction is going to be 12 months to serve 26 days, credit for time served 13 days. The rest of the time to be served on probation. And for the public drunk is 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. And she will enroll in an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit to any treatment within 30 days of being released. Once she has completed the domestic violence program, once she has completed the community service, once she has completed the alcohol and drug evaluation and all treatment, her probation may then be non-reporting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is position 7, Mr. Davis.
Mr. White, we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge. This is going to be a negotiated plea.
This is 25 CR 6711E, State versus Derek Davis, accused of loitering and prowling, willful obstruction of an officer, and criminal trespass causing damage to property. Mr. Davis, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. Please raise your right hand for your plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Spear, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. Count 1, 12 months probation, 30 days to serve with credit for any time already served, balance probated. Count 2, 12 months probation to run concurrent to count 1 and a $300 fine. Count 3, 12 months probation, balance probated. Speak to a social worker for housing. That's also going to run concurrent to count 1. We ask that restitution be left open for 30 days.
Who's the victim?
I'm double checking that right now, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. White, while we're waiting, do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID?
We do, Judge. We would ask that the community service, the fine be converted to 30 hours of community service. We are asking for 4 months of fee waiver. If possible, he has no income at this currently.
How old is he? 1982. He's not even 40 years old.
I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. He's in jail and has no income at this point. It's out. Obviously going to be looking for work, but and we'd
Your
ask.
Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. White. Please continue.
No worries. Go ahead.
The victim's name is Mark, M-A-R-C, last name Kosling, K-O-S-E-L-I-N-G.
And what's the damage?
Sorry, Your Honor, my computer's slow today.
Mm-hmm.
Window frame. That's right.
Okay. All right, the case will remain open for 30 days for the victim to submit a estimate of what it costs to repair this window frame.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then Miss Spear, I want the victim to present 2 estimates,
Okay.
and the defendant will then pay the lower of the 2. Okay.
Noted. Thank you.
Mr. Davis, have you consumed any? We need to unmute. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently? Can't hear you. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Mann, did you hear a no? Okay. Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove all these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that your case is going to remain open because the issue of how much you owe for the damaged window frame is still open. And I'm going to require you to pay the lower of 2 estimates provided by the victim. Are you still prepared to go forward with this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to cap the damages to no more than $300.
Noted.
So, Mr. Davis, if you decide to enter this plea, do you waive these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to loitering and prowling, obstruction of an officer, and criminal trespass causing damage?
Guilty.
For the loitering and prowling, your sentence is going to be 12 months. Oops. It's going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 19 days, and balance probated. So if you have no other holds, I don't see any holds, you should be released within 24 hours. But on Monday, you report to probation before 3 p.m. Your probation fees are going to be waived for the first through the end of February 2026. On March 1st, 2026, you start paying probation fees. Your so for loitering and prowling is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 19 days, balance probated. For position count 2, obstruction is going to be 12 months probation, concurrent with count 1, with 30 hours of community service. Your $300 fine is converted. You will need to do the 30 hours of community service with any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school, and you will do your community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. For count 3, it's going to be 12 months balance probated. And this case is concurrent with count 1. And restitution is going to be no more than $300. The victim must present at least 2 estimates, and you will pay the lower of 2. At all times, you have to have no contact with Mark Kosling. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we have position 29 and 30, Ms. Park.
Ms. Tucker, are you ready to proceed with Ms. Parks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kezia LaShawn Parks has 2 cases with us. The first one is for battery family violence, simple battery family violence, and simple assault family violence from November 9th of 2020, case 20 CR 5550H. Her second case is 25 CR 6758H, accused of battery family violence from October 27th of this year. Ms. Parks, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And is this going to be a plea, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor, it'll be a negotiated plea.
All right. Ms. Parks, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? You need to say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. Ms. Evans Battle, what's the plea recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, it is 12 months serve, gonna serve 40 days, and credit for time served. No further contact with Kimberly Wright. Stay away from 2640 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, Atlanta. No firearms. As to count 2, it will merge with count 1. Count 3 also merges with count 1. This would be concurrent with case number 25 CR 006758H. In that particular case, we are asking for 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete the FVIP program, 60 hours of community service, no further contact with Andrew Jacobs Jr., stay away from 7503 Toccoa Circle, South Fulton, no firearms. We're asked that she stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea in both cases.
For position 29, the offer I received didn't require additional time to serve. It just said 12 months probation concurrent with the second case. I didn't see any time to serve on that offer, just so it's saying on the paperwork.
That's correct.
And we do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor. And we will request that once all the terms are complete, she'll be allowed to go on non-reported.
This is 2 cases involving violence. I think I want her reporting every month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She's required to do an FVIP case as well. So, so the request for non-reporting is denied.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, and Miss Tucker, you did stipulate, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. She has, from her 2020 case and the present one, she's been in custody for 33 days. She's also got 2 holds. Has those holds been resolved?
No, Your Honor, they're still active.
Okay. Ms. Parks, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Cassia Parks, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in both your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to face your accusers. You will not be able to present your challenges and defenses in a courtroom and not challenge the evidence brought against you by the state. The prosecutor also will not have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
On case 20 CR 5550H, how do you plead against battery family violence? Ms. Parks? Ms. Parks, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
How do you plead to the charge of battery family
Guilty.
violence from November 9th, 2020?
Guilty.
The other 2 charges will merge into count 1. In case 25 CR 67588H, how do you plead to battery family violence?
Guilty.
For the position 29, for the battery family violence, your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 40 days, credit for time served 33 days. You're to have no contact with Kimberly Wright and stay away from 260 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and you're not allowed to have any firearms. For position 30, on the battery family violence, it's going to be 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served 33 days. So you have additional time to serve at the jail. Once you have completed the additional time, then you will be transferred to the other jurisdictions where you have currently a hold. Once you have resolved those holds, you'll be required to come back to Fulton County and report to probation within 48 hours of being released from all your holds. While on probation, you will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program and complete all 6 months of classes at your expense. You're to do 60 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. And you're to have no contact with Andrew Jacobs and stay away from 7503 Toccoa Circle. Because of your now 2 convictions for battery family violence, you're never allowed to ever own or possess or have a firearm near you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And also, if you are ever arrested again for battery family violence, it will automatically be a felony charge. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Honor,
Mm-hmm.
I have one more left. I'll be back, Denise, because some people need to get their medication. So I will be back. But
All right.
one more.
We'll see you when you're ready. Thank you. Courtroom 2, who do we have?
Position 1 and 2 on the probation calendar, Mr. Howard Jackson.
Okay, there we go. Is our probation officer here? Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, may I have your name, please?
Officer Allen, Tanine Allen.
Okay. Officer Allen, do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is Howard Jackson. Mr. Jackson has got a probation violation under 25 PV 2340 for the underlying case 23 CR 288B, in which he was convicted of forgery in the 4th degree. Mr. Jackson, you have been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is Mr. White. And Ms. Allen, why are we seeking a probation revocation in this case?
Your Honor, the defendant failed to report to probation. He failed to complete the 100 hours of community service. Your Honor, his probation supervision fees were waived. He's never reported to our office. Your Honor, he has been now in custody since October the 8th of 2025. It is 150 days remaining on his case. We will be asking that his case be time served and terminated.
And how many days has he been in custody?
Your Honor, since October the 8th.
It's about 35,
Yeah,
30,
I'm sorry.
about 35, 36 days, somewhere in the neighborhood, Judge.
I drank decaf coffee, so it's a little bit wonky on the math. Okay, Mr. White. Any objection?
Judge, let me explain it. I have not spoken with Mr. Howard yet. I'll explain to him.
Oh dear. Did you want to go into a breakout or?
It may not be necessary. I'll explain it to him, and then it shouldn't take us more than a second. If he doesn't understand, or then yes, I'll speak with him. Mr. Jackson, what they're saying is that because you failed to report to probation, you're going to have a probation violation, but they're going to commute your probation to time served. It will no longer be open. Did you want to accept that?
Yes, I'm on accept that, yes.
Okay. All right. Judge, we can go forward.
All right, Mr. Jackson, I'll accept the state's recommendation. This will be recorded on your GCIC as a probation violation. And the remainder time on your sentence is going to be commuted. Your probation sentence is going to be commuted to time served, which is about 35 days. Thank you. That concludes this case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
Your
ma'am.
Honor, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, Ms. Allen, thank you. Could you submit the paperwork directly to April Champion, please?
April Champion, I sure will. Thank you.
Next is positions 8 and 9. Mr. Davis.
Judge, that's going to be a negotiated plea this morning.
All right, sir. Terrence Marcus Davis is accused of two counts of simple battery family violence, 25 CR 6816G. And his second case is criminal trespass causing damage to property under accusation 25 CR 6854G. Mr. Davis, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for purposes of the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. Case ending 6816, count 1, 12 months probation, 30 days to serve with credit for any time already served, balance probated, the Family Violence Intervention Program, an alcohol and drug evaluation with any necessary treatment, 40 hours of community service, and no further contact with the victim, Mia Davis. On count 2, we're asking for 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1 and no further contact with victim Nora Armstead. I believe it's spelled Nona in the police report, but it's Nora.
Nora Armstead?
Nora Armstead.
Okay.
And he is to stay away from 523 Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta. For case ending in 6854, we ask for 12 months probation to run concurrent with the previous case. No violent contact with the victim, Rodney Vinson. An alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment, and a $300 fine.
All right. So that's already an alcohol and drug evaluation. Will that will only be concurrent, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Mr. White, do you so stipulate in this case?
We do, Judge.
All right. Mr. Davis, if you could unmute courtroom 2, please. Thank you, Ms. Tucker. Mr. Davis, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom and face your accuser. You will not have the chance to challenge evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights? Oh, that didn't sound with great conviction. Are you prepared to give up these rights? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to 2 counts of simple battery family violence from July 27, 2025?
Guilty.
Sorry?
Guilty.
Your sentence on count 1 is 12 months to serve 30 days. Credit for time served, is it 15 days?
Just, I believe we are no longer actually putting a credit for time served.
Okay, I'll let the jail decide that then. Because I have no idea when he's going to be released.
But to answer your question, though, it has been 15 days by my calculation, so,
All right,
but
I'll go with that. 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days, balanced probated. And he will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. if he has no other holds. While on probation, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 60 days of being released. Within 10 days of being released, he will submit to an alcohol and drug evaluation and comply with any treatment or counseling or medication that's required. He also has to do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. And he must do that at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. At all times to have no contact with Mia Davis and stay away from 525 Cleveland, was it Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. For count 2, simple battery family violence is going to be 12 months probation concurrent with count 1 and no contact with Nora Olmstead. For the second case, in which he's accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property, how do you plead to that case, Mr. Davis?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months probation concurrent with the previous case, and you are to have no violent contact with Rodney Vincent, and you're to pay a $300 fine. And this fine must be paid at a minimum rate of $30 per month. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
Next is position 41, Mr. Weems.
Keandre Weems is accused of disorderly conduct, theft by taking, criminal trespass, causing damage to property, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Mr. Weems, your accusation number is going to be 25 CR 709C. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker, and you've been advised of your rights. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count 1, 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete the ADET and an 8-week anger management classes, 40 hours of community service. As to count 2, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1, complete an anti-theft course. As to count 3, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, stay away from Pisces Restaurant located at 483 Edgewood Avenue, Atlanta. As to count 4, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, $300 fine. We actually stipulate to venue identity and a factual basis for the plea.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Weems, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
Ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on?
No, Your Honor.
Sorry?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
If you decide to plead guilty to these 4 charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial in front of a judge or jury. You will not be able to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own arguments and defenses in a court of law, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to disorderly conduct, theft by taking, criminal trespass, causing damage to property, and willful obstruction to a law enforcement officer?
Guilty.
Under disorderly conduct, your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Within 10 days of being released, you will submit to an alcohol and drug evaluation and comply with all treatment that's required. Within 30 days of being released, you will enroll in an 8-week anger management program and complete all the classes at your expense. Also, you have to do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency, but it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. For the theft by taking, it's 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, with the addition of doing an anti-theft class, and this must be done within 6 months of being released. The criminal trespass causing damage to property, that's 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, to stay away from the High Seas restaurant at 483 Edgewood Avenue. So that's one restaurant you can check off your list. And then for the willful obstruction, that's going to be 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, with the addition of a $300 fine that you must pay at a minimum rate of $30 per month. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 38, Mr. Vincent.
Oh,
Carlton Vinson is accused of criminal trespass and the commission of certain acts certain prohibited acts at a bus rail station from October 30th of this year. Accusation 25 CR 6843J. Mr. Vinson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And may I place you under oath for the plea?
yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Brown?
Yes, Your Honor. We're actually asking that count 1 merge into count 2. Conditions of count 2, we're asking for a 12-month probation, that he serve 30 days, credit for time served, law and decision-making course, complete 30 hours of community service, that he stipulates a venue identity and a factual basis for the plea.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor. And we also request that in regards to the probation fees, if the first 3 months could be waived so that he has the opportunity to restart his income. He's also experiencing homelessness, so we're having him meet with one of our social workers. So we're asking that the first 3 months be waived for probation fees.
I'll waive probation fees through the end of February 2026.
And that once all the terms are complete, he'd be allowed to go on non-reporting or that probation terminate.
Non-reporting.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Vincent, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you decide to plead guilty to criminal trespass, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to 1 count of criminal trespass?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, balance probated. Once you're released, you're to report to probation within 48 hours. And while at probation, you will complete a Operation 21 decision-making course, I believe that's what it's called. You're also to do 30 hours of community service, and that will be with any nonprofit agency that's not a church and a school. And you'll do your community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. Your probation fees are waived up to the end of February 2026, and then you start paying probation fees from March 1st, 2026. If you have completed your conditions, you're up to date with any fees that are required, then your probation will be non-reporting. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Also, I need you to stay away from model property in accordance with any active suspension. So if you are currently suspended, you can't go to a model property.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a 3-minute recess. Is that enough, Miss Mann? All right. Mr. Hudson, I don't know if your client is in courtroom 2. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I'm
All right.
down here, I'm in Fulton County Courthouse, as you can see.
Well, isn't it looking pretty today? Okay. All
Yes.
right. So Creed Coleman, are you in courtroom 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does he need to speak to his client?
Yes, Judge, I do.
Okay.
I just need to get the state's offer.
All right. So we're going to take now it's
Yeah.
going to be a 4-minute recess. And
Okay.
Ms. Evans Battle or Miss Spear, if you could chat or email Mr. Hudson. Deputy Milton will be back in 3.5 minutes.
Thank you, Judge.
So, Ms. Evans, I sent you an email regarding one of the positions.
No, not with his history.
You can get it, Robert. You it.
And did you get you got my email about Blake?
I did receive your email. I'm gonna communicate the offer to him.
Thank you. We're going to take, and the anti-theft is a class he's required to take on the plea that he took on October the 28th. So we'll remove that from our plea, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, do y'all have a phone I can call at the desk that let Mr. Coleman know his offer?
I'll send you the number in the chat.
All right, thank you. I think we can resolve this today.
All right.
All right. Oh.
All right. Ms. Tucker, would you be able to address the case at ACDC?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me make sure my court reporter is ready to go.
I'll just be an announcement on that position, 37,
37, okay.
a waiver.
All right, Aprevia Charlotte Valentine is going to be a waiver, and that case is going to be further notice for trial. Okay, all right. Let's see, Deputy Milton, who do we have?
This was my last one, Your Honor.
And her name, please?
Position 37, Miss
Oh, that was
Valentine.
her? Okay, Miss Valentine, Miss Tucker has entered a not guilty plea on your behalf, and your case is going to be further notice for a trial. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next case.
Position 5, Mr. Coleman.
Mr. Jacoby Hudson? Oop. Mr. Hudson? Attorney Hudson?
Judge, I know he was still on the line talking to the ASG.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe you might take somebody else until they're ready.
You can go to position 36, Mr. Smith.
William Smith is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and public drunk from October 27th of this year under accusation 25 CR 6750E. Mr. Smith, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And is this going to be a plea, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor, this will be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Mr. Smith, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Bell?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count 1, 12 months, served 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 40 hours of community service, stay away from 247 Moreland Avenue in Atlanta, which is the Texaco gas station. As to count 2, a fine in the amount of $500, 40 hours of additional community service. As to count 3, 12 months, sir, he should receive credit for time served, balance probated, alcohol, drug education, evaluation, treatment, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while under supervision and probation of the court. Facts stated stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
Ms. Tucker?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor. We do request that once he completes the term, that probation be allowed to terminate or go non-reporting.
Judge, I would ask that it remain in this particular case based on his history.
He is doing additional time, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'll allow it to go non-reporting. I understand his history. But if he gets arrested again, well, probation will just be revoked.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Smith, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
I didn't hear how many days I have to do.
Well, you've been in custody for 18 days and you have to serve 60 days. I'm thinking 7 more days?
12.
12, there we go.
I would ask, can I do 30, do 15? Be time served. I would just ask.
Sure. Do you have a clean criminal history record?
I don't.
Then you don't get one.
I'm nobody. Well, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm just asking you, if you have a clean history record, then sure, I'll give you time served. But if you don't, then you have to do a little time. Comes back and bites you, doesn't it? All right, you still want to go with a plea, or do you want to have a trial?
Go ahead.
Unmute.
He wants to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So as I was asking, Mr. Smith, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No,
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Zach,
You do?
yes,
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
yes,
I need to hear it so that the court reporter can also hear it.
yes,
Okay. If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury. You will not be able to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments through counsel, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
yes,
Are you entering your plea freely, willingly, and knowingly?
right,
Sorry?
yes,
How do you plead to criminal trespass causing damage to property, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and public drunk?
no law.
Was that the plea negotiation, Miss Evans battle?
It wasn't,
No, Your Honor.
I wasn't aware that he wanted to enter that. Will the state be willing to accept a no-law plea?
No, no, Your Honor.
Has he,
He has 5 previous obstruction convictions. So in this particular case, besides whatever other history he has, so the state's not willing to accept a no-law in this case.
into the no-law, on any prior cases?
You mean any of the charges?
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
I'm sorry. Were you changing your plea, Mr. Smith?
I plead guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea to the 3 charges. For the criminal trespass causing damage to property, your sentence is 12 months to serve 60 days. Credit for time served 18 days. Once you have completed the additional time, you will report to probation at Fulton County Probation Office at Mitchell Street. On probation, you will complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency, and it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. So you'll need to do that community service at any other 501c organization. Also, you're to stay 200 yards away from the Texaco gas station. That's the length of 2 football fields. You need to stay 200 yards away from the Texaco gas station at 247 Moreland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. For the obstruction charge, it's going to be a 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, with the addition of a $500 fine and an addition of 40 hours of community service. So that means you have to do 80 hours of community service, and you'll do all 80 hours at a minimum rate of 10 hours per month. For the public drunk charge, is going to be 12 months to serve, what was it again? 18 days. So it'll be to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days. And you will then, while you're on probation, you will complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit to all treatment if you have a substance abuse or alcohol abuse problem. Thank you. Oh, as I said, yeah, if he has completed all these conditions and he has is updated with his fines, his fees, the community service, and the probation fees, then his probation will be non-reporting. Thank you.
Attorney Hudson, are you available?
Jacoby Hudson.
Yes,
we go.
Judge. Yes,
All right,
Your
sir.
Honor. I have an announcement from Mr. Coleman.
All right, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Coleman wants to go to the trial calendar regarding this case. The state ASG, Ms. Spirit made a reasonable offer, but he wants to go to the trial calendar,
All right.
given the
that'll be fine.
situation.
Will you be filing a waiver of arraignment or shall I?
Yes, Your Honor, I will have that filed today.
All right, so a waiver is going to be filed. Mr. Coleman, your attorney is entering a not guilty plea on your behalf, and the case is going to be further notice for jail jury trial. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Go to position 6, Mr. Coleman.
It's gonna be a negotiated plea, Judge.
Thank you. Isaiah Coleman is accused of simple battery, family violence, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. His case number is 25 CR 6708G. Mr. Isaiah Coleman, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for, on count 1, simple battery, family violence, 12 months probation, 30 days to serve with credit for any time already served, the balance probated, a family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with the victim, Cynthia McGee. On count 2, we're asking for 12 months probation or run concurrent and the necessary statutory $300 fine.
Mr. White?
Your Honor, we just ask to accept the plea as negotiated. We would ask that the $300 fine be converted to 30 hours of community service.
Okay.
And then once he's completed everything in his probation, go to non-reporting.
How many cycles, Miss?
Judge,
Let me.
All right. Pre-trial is present. Miss Washington, if you have, how many cycles on Mr. Coleman?
What position, Your Honor?
6.
I show 3, Your Honor, but I also show warrant out of Lawrenceville and out of Decatur, but I don't know if they have been handled since then.
Mr. White, does your client have open cases and holds that he needs to respond to before probation?
My note says that he does have holds.
Okay. I'm not going to do non-reporting. I'll let him resolve his holds and then he'll need to come back and could start probation. Mr. Coleman, would you still like to proceed with the plea? Once you have resolved all your outstanding holds in other jurisdictions, you'll need to come back and start your probation with Fulton County. And you will be required to report every month. Would you still like to continue?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. White? Okay. Mr. Coleman, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yeah.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yeah.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence presented to you, present your own defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yeah.
How do you plead? To simple battery, family violence, and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer.
Guilty.
For the simple battery family violence, your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served, a balance probated. While on probation, you will complete a domestic violence intervention program, which you will have to enroll within 45 days of reporting to probation. You will also need to do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency, and it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. And the community service must be done at a minimum rate of, well, I'll tell you that in a moment. At all times, you're to have no contact with Cynthia McGee, and you're to stay away from that. Is it Middlestone, Middlebrook location? Ms. Spear? To stay away from 3003 Middleton Road. You know where that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For the obstruction charge is going to be 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, and that's going to be an additional 30 hours of community service. We're converting the statutory fine to 30 hours of community service, which means you'll have to do a total of 70 hours of community service, and you will need to do that at a minimum rate of 10 hours per month. So once you have been released from the Fulton County Jail, this is to serve 30 days, credit for time served 19 days. So definitely the other jurisdictions can come and pick you up to resolve that outstanding warrants. And once you're released from all other jurisdictions, you must report to Fulton County Probation within 48 hours. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Any questions?
Wait, I do have a question. I would like to request probation terminate.
No,
She's already ruled on that, and
your probation will not terminate. You will respond every month.
Yes, okay.
Thank you. Okay, next case, please.
Next is position 2, Mr. Bradley.
2, was it? Okay. Mr. White, is that your client?
it is, Judge.
Gregory Thomas Briley is accused of criminal trespass from September 4th of this year, case 25 CR 6813C. Mr. Briley, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Spear?
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking for 12 months probation, 30 days to serve. Sorry, had to sneeze. Credit for any time served, balance probated. Stay away from Georgia Tech, specifically 555 8th Street. No further contact with Copel, Treresia, and a social worker visit for a housing assessment.
Mr. White, do you so stipulate?
We do stipulate, Your Honor. I would ask that just this be balance suspended, since there's nothing actually for him to do on probation other than to stay away. I believe the social worker has already spoken with him after first appearance, but if not, there should be one in the courtroom today that can speak with him.
Ms. Spear, did you have him to do anything else besides just stay away?
No, Mr. White is correct. We can do balance suspended.
Okay. And on that note, let me find out how much balance is being suspended. 16 days, okay. Mr. Briley, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
And are you familiar with your case?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what I meant to ask was, are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
If you decide to plead guilty to this charge, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury, to be able to confront your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, present defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to one count of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance suspended. You are to stay away from the Georgia Tech property, primarily the building at 555, what was it, Main Street?
8th.
8th Street, sorry. And you also to have no contact with Copal Teresia, something like that. Did I pronounce that correctly, Ms. Spear?
Your guess is as good as mine. It's Copal, Kopal, last name Chaurasia. Teresia?
All right. And good luck with your case. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 26, Mr. Littleton.
Timothy Allen Littleton is accused of speeding and driving while license suspended or revoked. Mr. Littleton, your accusation is 25 CR 6836C. You've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, and does he have any other holds or?
Judge, my notes indicate that he's got Henry County hold.
Okay. Ms. Evans-Battle?
We're asking that count one be 12 months probation, that it run consecutive to count two, that he pay a fine in the amount of $500. As the count two, it is 12 months served, 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, a fine in the amount of $1,000. That he understands there's no driving without a valid license, and any notice of license suspension be served on him.
That would be DDS's job.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. White?
Your Honor, we're just asking that the fines be converted to 150 hours of community service. And I believe the state has no objection to the probation going non-reporting once he completes that.
All right. 150 hours of community service. Okay. Mr. Littleton, please unmute courtroom 2. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Okay. If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court to be able to challenge the evidence brought against you, face your accuser, present your arguments and defenses, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
I have one question, Your Honor. Okay,
Go ahead.
I handle the case in Henry County, right? So if I do violated, if I get convicted there for anything I'm doing right here.
I don't understand the question. If you get convicted in Henry County,
Yes.
then you need to finish that, and then you come back to Fulton County and you do the probation here. We will not, the time is not going to run on this one. It'll just be on hold until you're ready to come back.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay, I understand.
All right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
are you prepared to give up the rights I've just listed?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you plead to speeding?
Yes.
And how do you plead to driving while license suspended or revoked? Sorry?
Guilty.
For the speeding charge, it's going to be a 12 months probation consecutive. It's not concurrent, it's consecutive, which means that you will be on probation for 2 years. Do you understand? And to be consecutive to count 2.
Terminated when I do 150 hours of community service, right?
No, I have not agreed to that. Moving on. On the driving while license suspended or revoked, how you pled guilty to that, your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. Balance probated to pay $1,000 fine. Pursuant to your attorney's request, both the fines are being converted to 150 hours of community service. Once you have resolved your Henry County hold and you're released, you must report to Fulton County Probation within 48 hours of being released. And you will report to probation every month in person for the first 12 months. You will complete the 150 hours of community service at a minimum rate of 20 hours per month. The community service work must be done with any nonprofit agency, and it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. The nonprofit agency must provide you with a letter stating that you have completed X amount of hours until all 150 hours are completed. You are not allowed to drive. Your license will remain suspended for a minimum period of 12 months. You'll be eligible for reinstatement after 12 months. On the probation for the speeding, if you have completed the 150 hours of community service, if you're up to date with your probation fees, and you have not been arrested or otherwise violated the law in the first 12 months, your probation will then be non-reporting. Thank you.
Listen, Your Honor, I don't understand what's going on because he told me that I won't have any fees if I do community service.
Mr. Littleton, what I said was that since the state was not opposing your probation terminating or not going non-reporting once you've completed the 150 hours, that is essentially what we are saying at this point. I do believe the judge did get that. Once you get the 150 hours of community service done, it's non-reporting.
Yeah, but you told me I will be terminated on the fees and the non-report yesterday.
Absolutely not.
That's not what I said.
All right. So would you like to withdraw your plea and go to trial? Mr. Littleton? If you want to withdraw your plea, you can go to trial. And if you are acquitted and found not guilty, then all this will be.
I want to go to trial, huh? That's all.
All right. You want to go to trial?
He said he doesn't want to, Judge.
I'm sorry, I can't hear him.
No, I don't want to go to trial.
Okay, so do you still want to proceed with the plea?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. As I was saying, please keep in mind that if you have completed all the conditions, you're up to date with your probation fees, and you've not been arrested or violated the law in the first 12 months, then the second year of probation for the speeding charge will be non-reporting. Thank you.
Next is position 27, Mr. Marcher.
This is State versus Kendrick Marsha, accused of these traffic-related matters from October 25th of this year, case 25 CR 6789B. The charges are not using one's headlights when required, theft by receiving stolen property, failure to use motorcycle headgear, and failure to have license on person. Mr. Marsha, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. White. This is, I believe, a plea as well, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Mr. Marshall, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
As to count one, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count two, a fine in the amount of $265. Count two would be 12 months, served 34 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete an anti-theft course, 40 hours of community service. As to count three, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count two, count four, 12 months probation to run concurrent with count two, a fine in the amount of $500. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
Mr. White?
We so stipulate, Judge. We would ask to convert the fines to community service as well. My total was 117 hours of community service total, and ask that his probation terminator go non-reporting once he completes all of his requirements.
Not opposed.
Okay. So the 265 fine, that would be 20,
I rounded up to 27 hours, Judge.
okay, and then plus 40, plus 50. 117, is that correct?
That's what I got, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Marsha, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back into a courtroom, face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to these 4 misdemeanor charges stemming from a traffic matter?
I plead guilty.
For the headlights not turned on, it's going to be 12 months concurrent with count 2 with a 27 hours of community service. Theft by receiving stolen property is going to be 12 months, served 34 days, credit for time served, balance probated. You report to probation within 48 hours of being released. While on probation, you'll complete an anti-theft class within 60 hours of being released and complete an additional 40 hours of community service. For not wearing your motorcycle headgear, it's going to be 12 months probation concurrent with count 2. And failure to have license on person is 12 months probation concurrent with count 2 with 50 additional hours of community service. You have a total of 117 hours of community service that you must complete. You will do that at a minimum rate of 10 hours per month with any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. You are not to operate any kind of vehicle without the appropriate gear, without the appropriate, without adequate insurance, proper license, valid license on your person at all times, and the vehicle must be registered. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and if you complete everything and your probation fees are up to date, then your probation will be non-reporting. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next oppositions 33 and 34, Mr. Robinson.
Your Honor, this will be a non-negotiated plea.
Okay.
And the portion that's non-negotiated, Your Honor, is the time served requirement.
This is Emmanuel James Robinson, accused in 2 separate cases, each one for theft by shoplifting. Case number 25 CR 6814B from August 21st of this year. The second case is 25 CR 6825B from October 28th, 2025. Mr. Robinson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And may I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Washington, could you give me his GCIC, please?
Yes, Your Honor. There are 6 arrest cycles. The last arrest was in September of this year for a probation violation with Sandy Springs. There was an FTA in 2025. There appears to be a 2020 arrest for felony theft by shoplifting. No disposition was listed. There are 2 holds, one being from East Point. I don't know if it's pertaining to this case, from September 11th of 2025, and also one out of Texas regarding a parole violation. There are arrest cycles out of Virginia, including misdemeanor assaults, misdemeanor convictions for intentional damage to property, and also felony convictions regarding drugs. There are also arrests out of Kentucky, and that was from 2014. None of the arrests are theft related.
All right.
Also out of
No, that's plenty. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Ms. Evans-Battle, what is the state's recommendation? And I'll hear from the defense.
Okay, as to case ending in 6814, we're asking for 12 months, serve 180 days, credit for time served, complete ADET, 40 hours of community service, stay away from racetrack gas station located at 3503 Camp Creek Parkway, East Point. As to the case ending in 6825, it's 12 months probation, a $500 fine, stay away from 88844 Cleveland Avenue, which is the Walmart, and that would be consecutive to the 6814 case. Your Honor, I'd also like to say that on August the 7th of 2025, he was placed under a probation order for in case number 25CR004201B for theft by shoplifting at the Walmart located at 844 Cleveland Avenue. So his that happened on the 7th. And our first case happened on August the 21st, which was right after being placed on probation for theft by shoplifting out of Walmart. He went to the racetrack and was shoplifting there. And thereafter, he went back to the Walmart that he was on probation and the court had ordered for him to stay away from. He went back to that location again and shoplifted. So that is why our recommendation is as it is for him to serve that period of time. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor. We were requesting time served or that the time requirement be reduced. He is agreeable to the 2 years that are consecutive of probation, as well as all additional terms, including community service, as well as the fines. But they are also asking for 180 days. Right now, he has credit for 16 days. So that will require him to serve up to 148 or 74 additional days of jail time. So we're asking for that to be reduced.
And what assurances do I have that Mr. Robinson will stick to probation this time?
He said that he's committed to completing the terms. I'm not sure.
I thought you said that to me on August 7th.
Your Honor, when I was brought up here from Texas, I was brought out of prison, and then I was brought here for a misdemeanor charge. And when I got out, I was homeless. I don't have much support here. A lot of my family that were in Georgia have moved out of the state. So me shoplifting was just a way for me to, you know, a bag of chips, a soda, some Powerade. I tried to go to homeless shelters, needed an ID. I didn't have an ID, and they were back, they were full. Everywhere I tried to go for help, it was either come back in 2 weeks. And so I know that I haven't been a man of my word when it comes to the stipulations for, you know, probation and what's required of me. But at the same time, I'm just trying to get my life in order. I know I have an extensive record, and I know it makes me look like someone that needs to be left in a jail cell. I'm just asking for, you know, just some leeway, just something where I can get help and get my life back in order. That's the truth.
And we do have our social worker present that'll be speaking with him in just a moment.
Okay.
And Judge, just if I may, he said he was, you know, stealing should not be necessarily a way in which, you know, to support your, be able to sustain yourself. But once he left here on August the 7th and went August the 21st to the racetrack, he was stole a pair of glasses, which I would think has nothing to do with his needing food or anything else. He just stole the glasses. So his saying that he was doing it because he needed to eat or get chips or something is not accurate.
And may I also add, Your Honor, there's been charges that have been thrown against me where I've had officers come to me and tell me that, you know, different charges were wrongfully thrown at me. I've been tased. You know, I got tased in the back of the head back in August, and didn't go to jail for it. I got tased in the back of the head, dropped off at the hospital, and this is all irrelevant to what's going on now. But what I'm saying is, it's just been tough. It's been tough, and for me, my life has been spiraling out of control, obviously, with my record and the charges I've been dealing with over the course of the past 2 or 3, 4 years. And so I'm just asking for some help where
Okay. You will get the help. I mean, so obviously we'll have a social worker there, and it's not a question of just telling me. I mean, you sound very intelligent, you sound very articulate, and I think you have a skill set that you could put to good use rather than what we are seeing in the recent past. Your multi-state criminal history record certainly doesn't help you. So I'm seriously wondering whether you have recognized your skill set to channel it to a positive direction. But that's something that you would have to decide how you're going to do that. I'm going to deny your request to reduce the jail time. Contrary to your assertions, based on the warrant, this was not shoplifting for purposes to just simply alleviate hunger or homelessness or you went on a full spree, especially at the Walmart. I'm not certain what drives this compulsion, but clearly I'm absolutely very little trust in your ability to stay out of crime. And if you want to prove me wrong, I welcome that opportunity. But I think the 180 days is adequate and reasonable in light of your significant criminal history record. So I'm going to deny your request. I'll accept the state's recommendation. You can consult with your attorney to let her know whether you would like to accept this plea offer. And even if once you're done with the sentence, I don't think you can start right away because you have multiple holds from other jurisdictions as well. So you're going to be with us for quite a bit of time once you resolve the other holds. So, Ms. Tucker, would you like time to speak with them?
He wants to move forward with the plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Robinson, you've already been sworn. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You will not be going back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, present your own legal arguments and defenses through counsel, and the state won't have to carry its burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. There's also no right to an appeal, and based on this recommendation, you will be on probation for up to 2 years. Would you like to, are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to theft by shoplifting at the racetrack gas station on August 21st, 2025?
Guilty.
How do you plead to theft by shoplifting at the Walmart at Cleveland Avenue on October 28th, 2025?
Guilty.
For position 33, the sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 180 days, credit for time served 16 days. He will, once he resolves his other holds, he will return to the Fulton County probation within 48 hours of being released. While on Fulton County probation, he will enroll in an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit to any treatment that's required. He will also do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that cannot be a church and a school, and it's got to be done at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. He's to stay 200 yards away from the racetrack at 3503 Camp Creek Parkway in East Point, Georgia. For position 34, this is going to be 12 months probation consecutive to the prior case. And he's to stay away not only from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue, he's to stay away from all Walmart stores in the state of Georgia. Well, that's it.
Your Honor, once he completes the terms, and keeps up with the probation and the fees for the first year, we will ask that the second year be allowed to go non-reporting or terminate.
Okay. If he completes the first 12 months of probation satisfactorily, completes all his programs, the community service, he's up to date with his probation fees, then his next 12 months of probation may be non-reporting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just a couple questions. One, how many days?
The sheriff's office will tell you, the sheriff will tell you, they will check it up and they will tell you. They give you a 2-for-1 ratio.
Okay, and then, okay, I understand that. And with me going back to Texas, the whole, I can't just go there and then get out and then come back here when I'm on parole in Texas. How does that work when I'll have to be down there? And you get what I'm saying? It's just a lot of.
Your Honor, if he's residing in Texas, we will ask that he be allowed to report over the phone for his probation.
Sure, why not?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just have to call him and you.
Of course, if he violates parole and he does not report to probation because he's arrested, then Fulton County will revoke his probation and have him transferred back to be arrested for a probation revocation. Just keep that in mind.
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll keep track of you, sir. Don't worry. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Next, position 39, Mr. Warden.
So, Ms. Champion, for probation, once Mr. Robinson is on parole, he is probation with Fulton County. He must report by telephone within 48 hours of being released from any and all holds.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, Deputy, what was that position number?
39.
30, say that again?
39.
39, okay. Okay, Daniel Warthen is accused of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and criminal trespass from October 30th of this year. Case 25 CRs 844D. Mr. Wharton, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Ms. Tucker. Any priors? I'm sorry, no. Thinking of a C calendar, sorry. What are we doing, Ms. Tucker?
This will be a negotiated plea.
Okay. Mr. Wharton, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, as to count 1, 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete, pay a fine in the amount of $300. As to count 2, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, that he complete a BHET, stay away from Lindbergh Center Martyr Station at 2424 Piedmont Road, Atlanta, Georgia. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. Thank you.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor. And it is our request that once all the terms are complete, that he be allowed, that probation terminate or go non-reporting.
I'll go with non-reporting. Is there an active suspension against Mr. Wharton with respect to Marta?
There wasn't, I think this criminal trespass, it looks like it's because of the location. It was posted restricted area that he was in. I didn't see anything indicating that there was a prior stay away.
Okay. He's got a Rockdale County hold as well. Okay. All right. Mr. Wharton, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol? Can't hear you, sir. Mr. Wharton, you need to speak up so we can hear you. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No,
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
no.
You don't understand?
I mean, I understand that I'm being on probation, I'm being fined, and I paid to get in the station.
You went into
What are you charged with?
I have a
Criminal trespass, and I paid to get in the station.
you remember we discussed.
You're ready, Your Honor.
Daniel Wharton, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol in the last 48 hours?
Yes,
Are you still able to understand what's going on after consuming the medicine?
yes,
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
I'm accepting what it is.
Are you
Yes,
satisfied with the legal services you have received?
yes,
If you decide to plead guilty to willful obstruction of an officer and criminal trespass, you will have to give up your right to go back to a courtroom and have a trial. You will not be able to face your accuser who is charging you with these crimes. You will not be able to present any legal defenses with the help of your attorney. And the prosecutor won't have to do her job to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
man, I'm ready to plead guilty now.
Okay, but if you want to plead guilty, you have to understand, acknowledge, and give up your constitutional right to challenge these charges in a court of law. I'm going to ask you again, are you prepared to give up the rights that I've just listed?
Yes,
How do you plead to willful obstruction of an officer and criminal trespass?
guilty.
For the obstruction charge, the sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. He has a Rockdale County hold So Rockdale County will have to come pick him up, and within 48 hours of being released from Rockdale County, he would need to come back and report to Fulton County Probation. While on probation, he'll need to pay a $300 fine at a minimum rate of $30 per month. On the criminal trespass, it's going to be 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. Within 45 days, he would need to undergo a behavioral health evaluation and submit to all treatment, medication, and counseling. At all times while on probation, he must stay away from the Lindbergh Martyr Station. And if he returns to that area, he will be arrested again. Thank you.
I go to work from there, man. I was actually getting off work that day.
Well, you'll have to pick another Martyr Station to do that. But you have to stay away from the Lindbergh Martyr Station.
They got my work, material in my bag, my shoes, my hat.
You need to approach a Martyr police officer and tell him that you need to go retrieve your belongings if they have it. Then he can escort you to the office, but you cannot go there on your own.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Next is position 42, Mr. Williams.
Eric Williams is accused of loitering and prowling and criminal trespass. His case is 25 CR 6710E. Mr. Williams, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And Ms. Tucker, how are you proceeding?
This will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Williams, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count 1, 12 months probation concurrent with count 2. As to count 2, 12 months, serve 40 days, credit for time served, balance probated, BHET, 20 hours of community service, stay away from MARTA premises and property, all of them in compliance with the active suspensions that are in place that he stipulate to venue, identity, and a factual basis for the plea.
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor. And it is our request that the first 3 months of probation fees be waived. Mr. Williams is experiencing homelessness, and he has to garner some income once he's released. And then we also ask that once all the terms are complete, he be allowed to go on non-reporting.
I will waive probation fees up to and through February of 2026. He will report to probation for the first 6 months. He will pay probation fees from March 1st until the 6 months are completed, and then he will go non-reporting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Oh, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to 1 count of loitering and prowling and 1 count of criminal trespass?
Yes, ma'am.
For the prowling charge, the sentence is 12 months probation concurrent with count 2. For the criminal trespass, it's going to be 12 months probation to serve 40 days, credit for time served 20 days. If you have no other holds, so you'll report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. While on probation, you will report every month. Your probation fees will be waived up to the end of February 2026, and you start paying probation fees from March 1st, 2026 onwards. You're required to do 20 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school, and you must do that at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. you will be, you have to stay away from all MARTA property, including the buses, train stations, parking lots, bathrooms, and sidewalks. Your probation will be reporting for the first 6 months. And if you have completed all the requirements and your probation fees are up to date and you've not violated the law, then your probation will be non-reporting. Thank you.
So what's my suspension? What's my suspension?
If you want to, you have a right to remain silent.
Yes, no, to answer your question.
Next is add-on 1 and 2, Mr. Blake.
Daryl Blake is accused of theft by taking from May 23rd, 2024. Case number 24 CR 3296A. Mr. Blake has a bench warrant, failure to appear in court, from October 27th, 2025, in case number 25 FTA 002066. He has a third case, and that accusation number, I think it was somewhere on the chat.
Yes, Your Honor, it's 25 CR 007322A.
And what are the charges in that case?
Theft by taking, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Blake, these are the 3 cases we are addressing in your case. And you have been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. If you please raise your right hand. I'm assuming this is a plea?
Oh.
Yes, Your Honor, it's a negotiated.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And just for the record, I was initially arrested or brought here for 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. The felony was handled already, and so we're here today for the 2 misdemeanors.
That's what she's saying.
Is that what you're saying?
There are 2 counts of theft by taking and 1 bench warrant.
Yeah. Oh, the felony. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're
Okay.
addressing.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, ma'am. I'm just making sure.
Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. As to the case ending in 3296, 12 months, serve 120 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 80 hours of community service, stay away from Chicken Salad Chicken at 970 North Point Drive, Alpharetta, Georgia. Restitution in the amount of $528. As to case number 25, as to the new case ending in 7322, 12 months, serve 120 days, balance probated, a BHET, stay away from 970.
Same place.
It's the same plaza, but the name of that restaurant is Chronic Tacos. Restitution is for $432.18. And as to the FTA, the state would move to non-pros that case. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. And those 2 cases would run concurrent.
Ms. Tucker?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Blake, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your cases?
I do.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering a plea of guilty to both these charges freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to, if you decide to enter such a plea, then you would have to voluntarily and knowingly give up your right to a trial. You will not get the chance to go back to a courtroom to face a judge or a jury for trial, face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and the state won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to theft by taking from May 23rd, 2024?
I plead guilty, ma'am.
How do you plead to theft by taking from July 7th, 2024?
I also plead guilty.
For position number 1 on the add-on case, the theft by taking, the sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 120 days. Give me a moment. Credit for time served will be 29 days. Is that what you understand it to be, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So 12 months to serve 120 days, credit for time served 29 days. He'll have additional time to serve at the jail until the sheriff releases him on a 2-for-1 ratio. Then he will report to probation. And, well, he's got a Gwinnett County hold. So once he has resolved his hold in Gwinnett County, then he will need to report to probation within 48 hours of being released from Gwinnett County. While he's on Fulton County probation for this particular case, he's to complete 80 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency, and it cannot be a church or a school. And he'll need to do his community service at a minimum rate of 15 hours per month. He'll need to pay restitution in the amount of $528 to the victim, Chicken Salad, whatever that restaurant is. And he's to stay away from that restaurant as well at 970 North Pine Drive in Alpharetta, Georgia. In fact, Mr. Blake, I'm going to require you to stay away from the entire shopping plaza that is called 970 North Point Drive. Not just the restaurants or the vendors in that location, the entire shopping plaza, which means you stay away from the parking lot, from the sidewalks, from anywhere that's referenced under that address. I think, let me see. Yeah, the restitution, the community service, okay. Now, for the second case from July 7th, case ending in 7322A, for the theft by taking conviction, the sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 120 days, credit for time served 29 days. This is going to be concurrent to the prior case. Balance probated. Once he has resolved his Gwinnett County hold, he will report to probation. And within 60 days of reporting to probation, he will undergo a behavioral health evaluation with a healthcare provider and submit to all and any treatment. He'll need to pay restitution in the amount of $432 to the Chronic Taco establishment. All restitution shall be paid directly to the probation officer, who will then remit the funds to the victim. Again, stay away from the entire shopping plaza at 970 North Point Drive in Alpharetta. His bench warrant will be null prost. Thank you.
Excuse me, Judge Law, we do have the 11 o'clock DV case on the calendar.
Okay.
I don't know if he can address her. Mr. White was trying to reach her and trying to talk to her, in advance. But I don't know if you want to call her name, and so he can try to talk to her.
Let me get to that. Sorry.
Your Honor, she didn't answer. I think maybe it might be potentially because she was on the Zoom with her phone, but I can just I can try calling her back, or we can do a quick breakout room. It shouldn't be very long.
Okay. Waikishia Dunlap. You'll need to unmute and start your video. Waikishia Dunlap. All right, Ms. Dunlap, you have till the end of the calendar to respond to this. Otherwise, the arrest warrant will go into effect. Well, it's already in effect, so it'll stay there. All right. Well, now I have a Miss Keisha who's responding. You need whoever is here. All right.
Hello, yes.
What's your name?
I'm sorry, it's Waukesha Dunlap. My computer crashed and I had to hit to my phone.
All right. Well, Miss Waukesha Dunlap, you have an active warrant for your arrest.
Yes.
The case number is 25 CR 002473B. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one would be appointed to represent you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I just want to let you know that I'm on here representing Ms. Dunlap.
Okay, excellent. And Miss Dunlap, would you like to speak to Miss Patton?
Yes.
All right. So, Miss Lewis, if you could place Samaya Patton and Miss Keisha into a breakout room.
No problem.
Thank you. All right. Okay, courtroom 2 looks very slim on people.
Yes. I have an announcement, Your Honor.
Yeah.
On position 31, that's going to be a medical reset.
31. Okay. Lamar, okay. So this is going to, do you want it to next Thursday?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so it'll be reset to November 20th, SAP. All right, anything else?
We can go to position 35, scribe.
Deputy, they're sitting so far away. Okay. Got one more case pending? Okay, thank you.
Try to make me follow her, I'll make you.
Giovanni Scrine, Skrine, is accused of simple battery against a person who is 65 years or older or who is pregnant at the time of the offense, loitering and or prowling, willful obstruction of an officer, and criminal trespass. Case number is 25 CR 6828C. Mr. Scrine, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Tucker. And Ms. Tucker, what are we doing with regards to this case?
It'll be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Scrine, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Evans-Battle, what's your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. As to count 1, 12 months, serve 200 days, credit for time served, balance probated, BHET, 12-week anger management, no further contact with Larry Hammond, 40 hours of community service. As to count 2, 12 months, concurrent to count 1, stay away from all hotels, motels along the Old National Parkway to include the Red Roof Inn located at 2450 Old National Parkway. As to count 3, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, a fine in the amount of $300. As to count 4, 12 months probation consecutive to count 1. Stay away from all hotels, motels on or about Old National Parkway to include Red Roof Inn at 2450 Old National Parkway. And Judge, I don't know if the court's aware or want to be reminded that on July the 20th of 25, there was a plea entered as to a battery and criminal trespass for hitting someone at 2451 Old National Parkway, which was the Days Inn Hotel, which is why we're asking that he just stay away from that location area. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. Thank you.
Ms. Tucker?
We do so stipulate for the purpose of the plea, Your Honor.
And Ms. Champion, can you tell me how many days has he been in custody now at the Fulton County Jail? Or maybe I can find that. 16 days. So it'll be 200 days credit for time served, 16 days. Okay. Ms. Tucker, do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID? I'm sorry, you might have said that.
We do self-stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Scrine, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Right.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to face your accusers in a courtroom, to challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments through counsel, and the state won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
Are you entering your guilty plea freely, willingly, and knowingly? Sorry?
Yes.
How do you plead to simple battery against a person who is 65 years or older, loitering and prowling, willful obstruction of an officer, and criminal trespass?
Yeah, hitting them off and not giving me no theory, so I do. Guilty.
Guilty, I'm sorry.
Go, guilty.
Or,
Not guilty?
I mean, not guilty, I don't know.
did you want to go forward with the plea?
I think we'll have a trial then.
No, I'm going for it.
Well, if you're going forward, you need to enter a guilty plea and
Yes.
acknowledge your culpability. But if you believe that you're innocent, then why would you plead guilty?
Oh, no, I'm good, I'm guilty, I put my eyes at them.
He did initially say guilty, Your Honor. I think you misheard him.
I wasn't quite sure. All right. And so I'll accept your guilty plea, correct?
Yes.
For the simple battery against a person who is 65 years or older, your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 200 days, credit for time served 16 days. Once you have completed your additional jail time, the sheriff will release you and you have 48 hours to report to Fulton County Probation. While on probation, you will undergo a behavioral health and evaluation and submit yourself to all treatment that's required, and this must be done within 45 days of being released. You will also enroll in a qualified 12-week anger management program and complete all those classes at your expense. At all times, you're to have no contact with Larry Hammond. You're to do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency. And that cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. And you do your community service at a minimum rate of 10 hours per month. And unfortunately, you cannot avail yourself of any of the lodging services on Old National Parkway. You are to stay away from any lodging service that is classified as a hotel, motel, Airbnb, any kind of lodging service for rent on Old National Parkway, including the Red Roof Inn. On the loitering and prowling, that will be 12 months concurrent with count 1. And again, to stay away from all lodging services on Old National Parkway. On the willful obstruction is going to be 12 months concurrent with count 1, and that will be an additional $300 fine, which is the statutory fine. And you will pay that fine at a minimum rate of $30 per month. No, I'm sorry, that's going to have to be $50 per month because after jail time, you don't have enough months, so it's going to be $50 per month. For the criminal trespass, is going to be 12 months probation, and that's going to be consecutive to count 1, which means that you will tack on another year of probation to what we've already talked about. Again, you have to stay away from all lodging services on Old National Parkway, including the Red Roof Inn. Now, if you've completed all your conditions in the first year, you're up to date with your probation fees and fines, and you've not committed any other violations of the law, then your second year of probation for the criminal trespass will be non-reporting. Thank you. All right, we are addressing 25 CR 002473B, State versus Waukesha Dunlop. Ms. Dunlop is accused of affray and simple battery family violence from May 27, 2023. Looks like there was a court appearance on August 4th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. before the Honorable Patsy Porter. A failure to appear bench warrant was issued with a $2,000 surety bond. All right, Ms. Patton, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, we're going to be requesting that the bench warrant is set aside. Ms. Dunlap was not represented at that time, and so the notice that was sent out was sent to the wrong address, and there was no one representing her to contact her to let her know that she had that court date. She has since applied for the public defender and qualified. And so I'll be representing her. I did get updated contact information for her. So we'll ask that you set aside the bench warrant so that she be and that she be placed on another calendar so that she can make that court appearance.
When did her address change?
Your Honor, it was, I guess, prior to the notice being sent out, but
So her address changed and she didn't inform the court of an address change?
it seems that way, Your Honor. I'm not sure at that time that she knew how to go about changing.
Coming down to the courthouse, the clerk's office, and giving us a change of address, updating with a change of address form? I mean, I'm trying to figure out this this Left Guard Lane, it says start November 5th, 2025.
That's the day she came down to the clerk's office, set aside the judge, that asked to have the case be placed on the calendar.
Okay.
That's why it's updated.
All right.
The day she came down to the courthouse. Or to the clerk's office, sorry.
And Judge, just briefly, it was nearly 2 years from the incident date until the case was actually accused. So,
Mr. White, one attorney at a time, please. Ms. Patton is representing her. All right, Ms. Evans-Bell?
Yes, Judge. So the offense took place in May of 2023. She had a court date of July the 25th of 2023 on the ticket with the instructions. So between that time, she never didn't appear as if she even came to the court to find out when her court date would be or anything else. So of course, we would ask that the warrant remain in place at this particular point, and that the bond be forfeited or proceed to a bond forfeiture hearing.
Ms. Dunlop, you have been advised of your right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have an attorney, Ms. Patton, who's speaking on your behalf. I think we've already established the fact that you were charged with this crime, you didn't appear in court, and we didn't have your correct address because you did not update the court with your new address. I think that's pretty much established. The only question is, do I enforce the warrant or do I not?
No.
Yes, Ms. Patton.
Well, Your Honor, at this point, she has made contact with the court, showing that she intends to show up for court when she receives the notice. She has updated the address and she is now represented by counsel. So there are 2 avenues for her to be able to receive notice to make sure she is present in court.
All right. Ms. Evans-Battle, do you know if she's been arrested anytime after 2023? Like 2024?
No, because I see that it was a recommendation for diversion in the case as well, and there does not appear to be any additional history.
All right. I will set aside the bench warrant, not because she violated the law, but I'm just going to set it aside. I'm going to accept that she made a mistake and that technically she should be reporting to jail, but I'm going to set it aside. And she'll be required to make sure that if she ever changes her address, not her attorney, but she will be required to come down to the clerk's office in person and file an updated change of address form. She's to comply with, she doesn't have a bond at the present time. So as long as she doesn't violate the law, she'll be required to report to Judge Porter's courtroom when next summoned. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Patton, could you send in an order setting aside the bench warrant on these grounds?
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, that's all my business for court today. May I be excused?
You sure? We're still gonna have fun for the next 45 minutes. So, all right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Are there any other matters that I have to address before I handle the competency calendar? No? Well, I guess Mr. Bartel. Is he? Miss Keisha, you're free to go. Okay. Hey, Mr. Bartel, how are you?
How are you? Yeah, you were gone for a while. We missed you.
Oh, I'm so glad I was missed. Thank you.
Judge, I don't know. I'm sorry. I believe we're going to have one plea to submit to the court. Has the court reporter been excused or?
No, she's still here, Miss Nance.
Okay. All right. So, yes, Your Honor, Mr. Ashley, number 1 and 2. We have a plea on those cases to submit to the court. We have an offer from the state that he's accepted. But other than that, it will just be as usual.
So I printed the amended competency, then the updated competency, and I don't know which is which. So
I think the last one, Your Honor, has 14 positions on it.
is that the latest one?
Right. The only addition was Mr. Head is back with us, Harry Head. So he was added. So I believe there are 14 positions.
He missed you, Mr. Bartel.
He missed
He didn't miss me, but he missed you. Okay.
He went back to Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, I can't blame him. So, all right. Let's take the plea while we're still in open court. Is your client there, Mr. Bartel?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ashley, come on up.
Yes,
Are we going to go over the calendar?
Oh, okay. Hang tight, Mr. Bartel, with your client, and let me just go over the calendar so I can release other individuals. Well, the DV calendar, as you can see, Ms. Dunlap, we set aside the bench warrant. On the probation warrant calendar, it was commuted to time served. On the add-on calendar, Blake Darrell positions 1, 2, and the additional case, those were pleas. The bench warrant was null pros. Position 3 on the add-on Corey Mays was released and further notice for trial. And 4 Dexter was a plea. On the main SAP calendar, position 1, Kenneth Bright is a waiver of arraignment and further notice for trial. 2, Briley was a plea. 3, Kerry was a plea. 4, Choice was a plea. 5 is a waiver of arraignment, further notice, jail jury. 6, Coleman, that's Isaiah Coleman, that was a plea. 7, Derek Davis was a plea. 8, Terrence Davis was a plea. 9, Terrence Davis was a plea. 10 and 11 were waivers and further notice for trial. 12, Hardy released. 13, Haslam released. 14, Hemphill. 14 and 15 were pleas. 16, Hubbard is reset to November 25th. 17, Hurst is released and further notice. 18, Ivy. What are we doing?
Judge, we're resetting that one to the 20th.
That's what I have, is reset to the SAP on the 20th.
Okay, thank you. 19 and 20 and 21 are waivers and further notice for trial. 23, Johnson was a plea. 23, Lang is reset to 11/20 at 11 a.m.
I'm sorry. Did we skip 22?
No, 22 Johnson was a plea.
Okay,
Sorry.
worries.
23 was reset. 24 Laughter is a waiver of arraignment and further notice for trial. 25 Leidy is a waiver of arraignment and further notice for trial. 26 Littleton was a plea. 27 Marshall was a plea. 28 Mitchell is reset to November 20th per state. 29 and 30 Parks were pleas. 31 Poss is a medical reset to November 20th SAP. 32 is null pros. 33 Robinson is a plea. 34 Robinson, both of them. Emmanuel Ronwo pleas. 35 Scrine is a plea. 36 William Smith is a plea. Valentine 37 is a waiver and further notice. 38 Vincent is a plea. 39 Wharton is a plea. 40 Keandra Washington is reset to November 20th per state. 41 Weems is a plea. 42 Eric Williams is a plea. Everyone good?
So far, so good.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Those who don't need to be here for the 11 a.m. calendar, you're more than welcome to stay and watch and learn, as Mr. White loves to do. Otherwise, I guess he's running away. Okay.
I love to learn, but I don't think there's much I can be taught here.
Oh, okay. All
Thank
right. Take care, Mr. White. Mr. Bartel, you ready with Jericho Ashley?
Yes, we are, Your Honor. You can have this.
I don't understand, but which one was that?
Have a seat, Mr. Ashley. Yep, right there.
Yes, Your Honor. I did get an offer on both cases from Ms. Tucker. I don't think she's handling this particular calendar. But basically, number one is time served in probation with a couple of conditions. And number two is just time served and balance suspended. So it will be probation on number one.
This is State versus Jericho Markeith Ashley. He's got two cases before us. 24 CR 4074A. He's accused of battery from June 24th, 2024. And then his second case, he's accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from June 15th, 2025. Mr. Ashley, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you choose to say at the present time in open court, your statements can be used against you in the treatment of your cases. If you have anything to ask, anything to say, you can ask Mr. Bartel quietly. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you, and Mr. Bartel is your attorney. He's going to be speaking on your behalf. If you have anything to say, ask him quietly. Please raise your right hand for the plea. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the statements you make for the plea is going to be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle? Please unmute.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she didn't send me the plea, so and the one I have in here is from 2024, so I don't know if it's
I can try to forward that to you, Ms. Evans Battle. I hope I didn't delete it. Okay, here we go. And Your Honor, just to give the court some background, Mr. Ashley, his current incarceration has been for 138 days so far. Several months ago, he was evaluated and did come back as not being able to enter a plea. However, he was on the treatment pod for some time, and I was advised by Ms. Prejean, who runs that he had made about as much progress as he was going to be able to. And Ms. Burgess is here. She and I both talked with Mr. Ashley today, and I believe as of today, he is able to go forward and understand what he's doing. But of course, that'll be up to the court.
All right, just to clarify, for the battery offense from June 15th, 2024, custody time has been 138 days.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And for the latter case, position 2, he's been in custody for 151 days.
Yes, ma'am, that's what I've got.
And Mr. Bartel, what were the terms for position 1 that you understood it to be?
The offer that I have, it's 276 days to serve, credit for time served, 138 days. So with 2 for 1, that's time served. That's the balance of that would be on probation, and the requirements are an MHET. And Ms. Burgess has talked to him about going back to Grady for services, and also stay away from the location. This allegedly happened at Emory Hospital, and the condition is to stay away unless he's seeking medical treatment.
Okay. And what were the conditions for position 2?
Those, Your Honor, this is an incident that happened with his mother at her home, and the offer is credit for time, well, serve 302 days, credit for time served 151 days, and the balance is suspended on the condition that he had no further contact and stay away from the location.
Okay. All right, Miss Evans Battle. I know you said you
yes,
had
and I don't have his email, but as to count 1, that's consistent with what I have in here. As far as that, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think it just went through, Ms. Evans.
I just heard a ding, actually.
That was a loud ding.
Yes. And so that is, yes, Catherine Dillard Robinson is the victim. No further contact with her. And the stay away location for the second one is 875 Cruz Street in Atlanta. And then the simple battery family violence would merge. And she didn't say, but I take it that these would be concurrent.
All right.
If the purpose was a time served, it doesn't, yes, it's concurrent.
All right. Any objection to proceeding with those terms, Ms. Evans Battle?
No, there's no objection, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Bartel, do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID?
We do, Your Honor, for the purposes of the plea.
All right. Mr. Ashley, have you consumed any medicine in the last 48 hours?
I have. I've been taking medicine since I've been here.
All right. Were you able to understand what's going on?
I have. I understand majority, like overall.
Well, you've been in jail on some charges of battery and family violence involving your mom.
Yeah.
So today you have to decide after you speak to your attorney whether you want to plead guilty to those charges.
Yeah, I mean, decided like whatever the hell happened, whatever the hell happened. I ain't had no trouble to let go. That's all I did. And then again, I sacrificed and I just left it alone. And I've been here a different time. I kept my mouth closed, and I understand it. I ain't mad.
You understand that you can't go back home to mom.
I understand.
You can't have any contact with her.
I actually have places. Like, I understand. Like, in fact, she won't be there when I get there. So I understand.
All right. Are you happy with your attorney?
Yeah, I'm all right.
If you decide to plead guilty and admit guilt to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go into a courtroom. You will not be able to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You will not be able to face those accusing you of these charges. You will not be able to present your legal defenses. Your attorney cannot argue for you in a courtroom. And the prosecutor won't have to carry its burden and prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. I hope you and your attorney discuss these rights.
Well,
Are you willing to give them up?
I played guilty and,
Are you willing to give up these rights that I just listed?
yeah.
How do you plead to battery from June 24th, 2024?
Guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 276 days. Credit for time served 138 days. You will report to probation. You will go to Grady Hospital and you will undergo a mental health evaluation and continue with your treatment and medication. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot return to any of the Emory hospitals unless you are seeking emergency treatment or you have a verified appointment with a doctor.
All right.
How do you plead to battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence involving your mom?
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think since those are the same transaction, one.
No, I'm so sorry, I misspoke. You're right. Let me rephrase. The simple battery, family violence is going to merge. So, Mr. Ashley, how do you plead to battery, family violence?
Yes.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 302 days, credit for time served 151 days, balance suspended. Like I said, you are to have no contact with mom, who is Catherine Dillard Robinson. You cannot communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. And you are to stay away from her home at 875 Crew Street in Atlanta, Georgia. That concludes these pleas.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Are there any other pleas, Mr. Bartel?
No, Your Honor. I think we can just go down the calendar.
Okay. Ms. Mann, thank you so much. That concludes the calendar for cases to be reported.
Thank you
so much, Judge Law. Good to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Miss Lewis.